Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Ole Miss Rebels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, this is always a fun game when Georgia takes on Ole Miss. Last year's game was absolutely wild during the regular season. Not a single punt in the first half. And keep in mind, Georgia might have a little revenge on their mind after Ole Miss knocked them out of the college football playoff last season. Even though Lane Kiffin's gone, there is still a lot of back and forth with this Georgia-Ole Miss rivalry. Cannot wait to get this thing kicked off. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Rebels ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will start this game off with the football. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Takes the easy throw in the flat, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Rebels offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's caught downfield. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game.
And he's got room. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
And the Rebels have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And you're trying to get the ball to your running back in space, and really good job tossing it on the perimeter. What do you need? You need to set the edge. You got to do a good job with your offensive line. And then you need perimeter blocking out wide to hold their own. Do a good job, hold their own. Nice positive gain, nice positive toss play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires to the big fella. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And in that goal line situation, awesome job by the tight end, winning his one-on-one battle, making an easy target for his QB.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. Here comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Took a shot as he threw.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. Lowers those pads. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll start this drive going to the air. Rushes on him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll pull it. There he goes. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They go to the counter. There's a crease. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the big dog got him again. And Georgia can be judicious when they blitz because they get pressure from the guys up front.
So nice having a defensive line that hunts. And year after year, Georgia finds these guys, but the double guys, the guys that can double sacks in a game, double-digit sacks in a season, these guys make your defense really special.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll move the tight end. Snags a quick pass on the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the counter play. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Offense trying to go with some misdirection in the run game to the boundary, but the defense was there. They're able to corral the back behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Frazier. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. All the way. Touchdown, Rebels.
Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Off the RPO, complete. Crosses to 40. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
When we try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, he got loose. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Georgia sends out the punt team. Punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this all.
Snags it, and he's open. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Motion from the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Picks up the first down. Maybe a crease. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Rebels. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
They're dealing with a second and long. They just keep firing. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Bringing the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Ole Miss sideline. There is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on first down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available, scramble, give me an easy first down.
Fires to the right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. The Rebels in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this third and short. He wants to change this route. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the Michigan State Spartans.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Guys, the Rebels head coach told me at the half they are going to continue to feed their running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed a terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running behind that left side. Finding some room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Want to talk about a monster performance? This guy now has 150 yards rushing. The defense has had no answer for this guy, and he's showing you why he is such a weapon in this offense.
Turning it on. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Motion from the back. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered.
Ready. Flat 14, magic.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads quickly. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Rebels. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got it. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Off play action on first down. Under fire, and down he goes.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man downfield. Breaks free and he might be gone. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The deep thinking brings some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll run for it. It's Frazier. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Punt is on its way. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times.
Oh, he's got some space. Feeds him the stiff arm, and he's running free. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Wide receiver going in motion. Fights off a defender. Knocked off his feet.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
Got it in the middle. It's Humphreys. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Wants to throw it again. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The Bulldogs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. In the red area, it's Frazier. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Motion from the wideout. Frazier again. Got a little grass. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. Its return is stopped short of the 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. This game is all but decided. Gives us a second to take a peek at the projected playoff bracket as we reach week 10 of the season. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Right back to it. Got enough for the first. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
The run inside. It's Lacey. Knocked down in the backfield. And, boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
To the air on second down. Fires it down the seam. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off the play fake on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. Handoff for Frazier. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Handoff, Frazier running left. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
On first down, Nate Frazier. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
18! Flag 18!
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Here's a give to Frazier. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Ole Miss sideline, their tight end has been a brilliant target here today. Over 100 yards receiving already in this game, and I expect them to keep him in and keep going to this big target. As you know, the tight ends never get the glory, and this guy is on fire today. Let's see if they continue to feed him the rock. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. 3rd and 11. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.